the Georgia Guidestones, who built the instructions for rebuilding civilization. In the summer of 1979, a man who called himself R.C. Kersten walked into the office of the Elbert Granite Finishing Company in Elberton, Georgia, and commissioned one of the most unusual monuments in American history. He wanted 4 large granite slabs arranged around a central column, topped with a capstone, inscribed with 10 guidelines in 8 languages. He said the name R.C. Kersten was a pseudonym. He said he represented a small group of Americans who had been planning the monument for 20 years. He paid in cash. He never revealed his true identity. The Georgia Guidestones were unveiled on March 22, 1980. They stood 19 feet 3 inches tall and weighed approximately 746 pounds. The 4 upright slabs were inscribed with 10 guidelines in 8 languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. The central column had a hole aligned with the North Star. The capstone had inscriptions in 4 ancient languages: Babylonian cuneiform, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. Astronomically, the monument was precisely designed. It functioned as a calendar and compass. The engineering was extraordinary. The 10 guidelines inscribed on the guidestones became the source of enormous controversy. The first guideline read, "Maintain humanity under 500,000,000 in perpetual balance with nature." The second, "Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity." The third, "Unite humanity with a living new language." The fourth, "Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason." The fifth, "Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts." The sixth, "Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court." The seventh, "Avoid petty laws and useless officials." The eighth, "Balance personal rights with social duties." The ninth, "Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite." The 10th, "Be not a cancer on the earth, leave room for nature." The first guideline, "Maintaining humanity under 500 million," became the most controversial and the most widely misinterpreted. The current world population is approximately 8 billion. Critics interpreted this guideline as a call for eliminating over 90% of the human population. Defenders noted that the guideline specifies maintaining, not reducing to, and might be intended as a post-catastrophe rebuilding target. What number to stabilize at after a global civilization-ending event, not a prescription for killing billions of current humans. The ambiguity was real, and it drove the conspiracy interpretations. Conspiracy theories surrounding the Georgia Guidestones were extensive. The most common identified them as instructions from a Luciferian elite planning a deliberate global depopulation event. The initials R.C. Kersten were connected to the Rosicrucians. The unveiling date of 3-22-1980 was connected to Skull and Bones, 322. The phrase New Age of Reason, drawn from the inscriptions, was connected to Illuminati symbolism. These theories were not new. They circulated from shortly after the Guidestones were erected and intensified dramatically after 2016, with the rise of QAnon-adjacent online communities. Journalist Van Smith investigated the identity of R.C. Kersten for years and published his conclusion in 2015. The commissioner was Herbert Hinie Kersten, an Iowa physician and eugenics advocate who died in 2005. Smith traced bank records, handwriting, and the pseudonym R.C. Kersten to Kersten's interest in the works of Robert Kersten, a eugenicist, and Kersten's known associations in Georgia. The Elbert Granite Company president, who dealt with Kersten, directly acknowledged that Smith's investigation was credible, but declined to confirm the identity, saying he had promised to keep it secret. On July 6, 2022, a bomb destroyed one of the Guidestones' 4 upright slabs. Security camera footage showed a vehicle stopping near the monument before 4 a.m. and an explosion occurring at 4:03 a.m. The damaged slab fell onto the capstone. By that afternoon, the Elbert County government had demolished the remaining structure with heavy equipment, citing safety concerns. The demolition happened within hours of the bombing, which critics noted was unusually fast for a historic landmark. No one was charged in the bombing. The Guidestones were gone. The Georgia Guidestones were built by someone who had thought deeply about human civilization, its fragility, and its possible ends. Whether R.C. Kersten was a well-meaning futurist, a eugenicist, or something more sinister. The monument was a genuine artifact, a physical object that asked uncomfortable questions about what humanity values and how it would rebuild if everything collapsed. Those questions are still worth asking. Whether you find the Guidestones inspiring or threatening, the monument is gone now. The questions are not.